Donald Trump declared his candidacy for the White House 3 months ago, and since then he has led the polls. Most of us know him as the eccentric billionaire business mogul, but how much do we really know about the man leading the Republican field? Gwenda Blair is the author of 2001's The Trumps: 3 Generations That Built an Empire, and the book was adapted and re-released in 2007 as Donald Trump: Master Apprentice. She joins us now to talk about the Donald. Gwenda, welcome.
Thank you.
Needless to say, you spent quite a bit of time with Mr. Trump.
Sometimes I joke that I have a PhD in Trump studies. I spent so much time on this subject.
Well, we're glad to have you here because obviously he is amongst several candidates that we're going to see tomorrow night debate, and all eyes are on him. Once again, he's going to be center stage. Did you ever think that he would end up where he is today, leading in the polls, running for president?
He's been selling himself since he first burst on the stage in New York in the mid-'70s. He's a master salesman.
And he's
He really
a brander. You say he's so good at branding.
He's a salesman, and he also understood the significance of branding and the power of branding really pretty early on, of celebrity branding. Put his name on everything he did, still doing it, mentions his name. How many times does he get through 3 sentences in a row without mentioning his name? He mentions his name constantly. His name is in front of us constantly, and he's selling himself. And we're a consumer nation. We're used to people selling things to us.
Now, in your books, you talked about his father and also his grandfather before him and how they laid the groundwork for the company business and his eventual dealings in real estate. And you said that the family, there's really no black and white. It's win no matter what.
Absolutely.
And does that really sort of explain why he says, you know, if the Republicans aren't going to support me, I don't care. You know, it's whatever I want to, it's whatever I need to do and say to win this race.
He has somebody, I think probably before he could walk, he wanted to win. And he's wanted to win his whole life. He was
win just in general or the presidency?
Win at whatever's in front of him, and now it's the presidency. But it's a family culture about winning. It's a family culture about doing whatever you have to do to win. And it's a family culture about never giving up and never backing down.
He hasn't backing down, but however, he does contradict himself sometimes. And is that an acceptable thing for Mr. Trump?
I think ultimately it really doesn't matter to him that much. Liberal, conservative, even Republican, Democrat. I mean, in 2000 when he wrote one of his, let's see, 6 times that he's talked about running for presidency, he was aiming at the Democratic nomination that time. So up, down, it's all about winning, losing, and making everything black and white. And he's going to be a winner. Everybody else is a loser.
Will he be the winner when all of this is over?
He's a category crusher. He's confounded everybody, all the usual measures about who is going to, about how to evaluate a candidate, that you have to be nice to different constituent groups, you have to there are many, many sort of things in the usual playbook. Ignored it. He's turned everything upside down. And so whether that salesman approach, that winning at any cost, that I think what he wants to do most of all is to show that he's very strong and that he is going to do everything he can for his supporters, and including going after anybody in the way, woman, military, John McCain, hedge fund managers.
Nothing's off limits.
Nothing is off limits, and that's the kind of proof of how he's going to be a strong man. He's going to roll over everything in the interests of his supporters. So is that a winning strategy?
One other characteristic, though, that I want to get to before we end this interview, that is, he's known for these off-the-cuff, what appear to be off-the-cuff barbs, these comebacks, these biting comebacks. You say maybe they're not so spontaneous.
I think they repeat. I'm not sure that they're totally off the cuff. Does he stand in front of the mirror and practice them? I don't know. I'm not in the bathroom. But I think that, they are not necessarily so spontaneous. He's very quick, though. He's a very quick study. He's very shrewd. And he's good at, he gets any blowback, he pushes back, he doubles down. And most people, even the politicians on that stage with him, are a little, don't quite know what to do. And then he pushes forward and he's got the stage. He sets out the terms. He sets out the arena. It's going to be on his turf. He makes it into his turf. And then people have to be defensive, and they're just kind of, he's made it his turf. He's already won.
Gwenda Blair, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.